Hi friends, this is Amita Ghosh from Resolve Counseling and Consulting in Greater Cincinnati. We are a marriage counselor, relationship counseling, and trauma, anxiety, and depression. That's what we specialize in. So I debated about whether I should do a short video on Valentine's Day. And I just couldn't decide on what to do. So I sort of said, I'm just going to back off from it because I know that there are lots of people who are probably out there spreading the message of love, and that's wonderful. And I just thought, you know what? I will listen instead. So what I came up with is that Valentine's Day can be, so this is a post-Valentine's message, I guess, but Valentine's Day can be a difficult day for some people. Hi, Fernella. It can be a difficult day for some people. Oftentimes maybe someone is divorced or they're widowed or they've just ended a relationship, or even for someone who's never been in a relationship. This can be a really difficult time. And those of us who are coupled up may not always notice that there are people who are struggling by themselves. And so I think what I wanted to focus on today was the idea of self-compassion. So in yogic literature or in yogic world, it's called metta. So it's a metta meditation, which I had done a few months ago, I had done a short session on metta meditation. But metta meditation is about sending out love, not just for others, but also to yourself. So it starts with one of the most well-known authors and scholars in metta meditation is Sharon Salzberg. And I had the good fortune of meeting her when I was at a training at Kripalu. I was not in her training, but she was there, and I was able to attend one of the sessions that she did for everyone on metta meditation. And the basic principle of metta is that we have to love ourselves, and we also love everybody else. So it doesn't stop. And I think oftentimes for caregivers, it ends up being that you think only of taking care of other people, and you forget about yourself. So metta meditation is very simple. You send out any number of messages, but typically it's 4 messages, and you do something like, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, and may you live your life with ease. So what you do is you start out with a person that does not evoke any uncomfortable feelings. So for most people, it might be a small child, it could be their pet. So you send out loving kindness to that being. And you do that a few times, breathing in deeply, and then sending out loving kindness. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, and may you live your life with ease. Next, you can send out loving kindness to someone who you care about. It could be your child, your spouse, your siblings, your family members. You send them loving kindness. Then you send loving kindness to a neutral person, and this is someone that you probably don't know very well. You might have seen them. They may be a grocery store clerk or somebody, a bank teller that you see. You don't know anything about their lives, but you send them loving kindness. And finally, you send loving kindness to yourself. And what happens is, oftentimes what I've noticed in my sessions with my clients is that individuals who are really struggling to love themselves absolutely break down at that point. There is so much emotion and so much, acknowledgement of the need for that loving kindness for themselves, that it is such a powerful experience. And it takes practice, because a lot of times people have not been giving that loving kindness to themselves. They've been giving it everywhere else. So it takes a lot of practice to say, I deserve it as well. So today I wanted to share with you a thing that I found online. It's on this website called, and it's called a self-compassion letter. I thought it was awesome, and so I wanted to share it with you. Why is it important? It takes about 15 minutes to do it, and I'm going to certainly do this with some of my clients who I think would really benefit from it. What you do is you think about, identify something about yourself that you feel ashamed of. It could be a physical appearance. It could be, I'm not very good at math. I don't know how to balance my checkbook, or whatever it is. Something about yourself, or it could be a relationship or personality trait. So you identify that. Okay, it's back. All right, so after you've done that, you identified the feeling. The next step is to write a letter to yourself expressing compassion, understanding, and acceptance for the part that you yourself dislike. As you write, what you want to do is you want to think of someone who loves you, someone who accepts you unconditionally, and write that letter from their perspective. What would they say to you when you tell them, I really don't like my thin lips? I don't. But, if you tell them that, what would they say? Remind yourself that everyone has things about them that they just don't like, and that it's a human condition. Even the most perfect person is not going to like everything about themselves. Consider the ways in which the event that has happened in your life, family, or environment has contributed to this negative aspect of yourself. So what kind of things have happened in your life that had made you think that this is a bad thing? Are there people in your life who have said, oh, this is bad, why did you do this? Or, why are you like this? Also, in a compassionate way, ask yourself whether there are things that you could do to improve or better cope with this negative aspect of yourself. And writing a letter, put it down for a little while, then come back to it later and go over it again with self-compassion. And like I said before, from the perspective of somebody who cares about you. Think about what they would say, or even better, think about what you would say to a friend, or to your child who comes up and tells you that these are the things that they don't like about themselves. So do that and see what happens for you. What tends to happen for most people is they start to see how human they are and how other people accept them and love them for no matter who they are and what flaws they have, and they can start to see themselves from the eyes of the people who care about them. And hopefully that shifts their view of themselves a little bit and helps them to have more compassion, kindness, and love for themselves. So post-Valentine's video today, I want you to really focus on self-compassion and